Us on YouTube in the future, I forgot to hit the start recording button, but I started recording now. You missed us playing resources for the first couple terms. We kept a medium hand, and we fate weaved into the Sapphire threshold that we were missing. We've just played Thunderfield Seer. We're going to get to mobilize a Cosmic Calling off of it here. Looks like we're playing into the Mono Sapphire Uzu deck here, the Empress deck. And then whatever we take off of this will also have mobilized, so we'll be able to exhaust this Thunderfield Seer to play this Thunderfield Seer. This guy draws us a card. So this is a quick action, and we're not going to be able to play the troop we're getting, but this lets us draw a card, so I'm going to go ahead and play it out right away here. Going to Transmogrifade. Put this into play. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. Yeah, we wanna start hitting more action so we can power the Psychic Ascension out. I think anything that brings more players into Hex is probably a great thing. It looks like in addition to bringing the new platform, they're also bringing some much-needed game improvements. Like, it looked like from the pictures, it said play against another person with a pre-made deck. Like, that's something Hex really needed. Was either of these prophesized? Oh, I already drew the prophesized one. Okay. The new player modes is huge. Hopefully this brings with it. I'm assuming this is going to bring a new player experience with it. I'm probably just supposed to offer trades there. So Stingshot Sorceress is a 4/5. Hey, Sheep! With the 5-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. I have a copycat here. They might copycat my Stingshot Sorceress. Yay! The Ganktar with the 2-month resubscription. Welcome back and thank you for the continued support. I'm going to transmog this dork. Turns it back into a copycat. Transmog my sorceress, that's fine. Just Trial of Totems to get another big 3-drop into play. This one has Spell Shield, that's good, so it can't get reduced by Copycat or... I don't like reading things, Elwins. That takes work and effort. Why would I want to do work and effort? Those are like the two things I hate as an American. I thought so Pokemon TCG Online has a game mode that I'm hoping based on glancing through this article that what this new Hex mode is going to be. They have Pokemon TCG Online has a theme deck mode where basically you play pre-built unedited decks against each other. So basically it's like its own little mini format that's like balanced against each other, so you don't have new players with this pay to win feel that card games often have, because I don't understand the pay to compete concept, and it allows them to like earn in-game currency and stuff like that without having to invest a whole lot and still have a reasonable stuff. So we're gonna Magistrate and then cat the Magistrate here. Yep. I have no idea. Alright, I think I need to just Runebind my way through these. Get, hopefully, as few eggs as possible into my deck. Get these Psychic Ascensions ticking down. Evaporate, sure. Sweet, and this sequencing worked out how I wanted it to. Wait. They both come into play before the copycat targets? That's weird. Alright, well I drew this Evaporate at least, so let's pick that up. That's weird. I might post a question asking how that rules interaction works, because that feels like... It feels unintuitive coming from a Magic background, how that works. I guess the order not mattering makes kind of makes sense. That's unfortunate for us. That's an Empress. Alright. I guess we're looking for a Transmogrifade. I have 2 of those in my main deck, right? Yeah. Alright, Evaporate can get us our guys back for a turn, I guess. Our opponent, if they attack us with 3 or more things, we get to draw a card because of this Diligent Counselor. Quick Buy / Quick Pose looks awesome, is what it does. What are we worried about? It's something the game's needed for a while. I think I actually want to... No, I'm going to have to pick up the prompt, right? Otherwise we die during this combat step. This is 5, 9. It's only 15. Do I just, like, end step pick this Empress up? I think I'm supposed to end step pick this Empress up. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to take this hit, and then end step pick this up. They already played a resource for the turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up now before I get eggs in my deck. I get some egg on my face. So now my troops ready. Alright, so... Oh, I don't have a second... I don't have a second Sapphire. Wow. Sapphire, please. Dang. Alright, so we did that. Let's do this. Champ power. Light the Votives. Alright, plenty of blockers. Yep. Okay, get to exhaust one of my things. Probably the Flying Dork, I'd assume. No, I want to ascend, I want to ascend when the ascension costs 0, so I get a copycat. Yep. Yep. Need to dodge getting a spider here. Oh, I should have... I probably should have champ powered first to see what I got. Hey, buddy, it's okay. There you go. Did not hit a spider, no punishment. That's really good. Copycat. I think I just want their commander prompt, right? To, like, make all my things huge. And then, like... That's fine, right? You're rune binding my copycat? Oh yeah, that is how that works. That's funny. Opponent messed that up. They should have done it in response. Alright, so I'm gonna pass here. Next turn I can mirror, and copy both commander prompts. And then probably kill them, right? Because like end step I'm gonna get to Spirit Howl at end of turn here. So I'm gonna Runebind this. So Spirit Howl readies this. Okay, let's set my champ power just to make sure we don't get anything else that's awesome. Metal. Our troop gets 1/1 and Swift Strike, sure. So yeah, mirror, copy, summon copies of 2 target troops. I'll take those 2. All my guys have +6 power. That should be lethal, right? They can block 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they take, yep, plenty lethal. Who's the copy deck now, opponent? Who's the deck full of copy effects now? Got him. Got him good. -74. Good, clean living. Into the Unknown seems great. Transmogrifade seems great. Is this a Dark Heart matchup? This is probably a Dark Heart matchup, right? This feels like a Dark Heart matchup. Clash is probably okay too. Evaporate and Runebind seem okay. Just turn into a bad control deck. I like being a bad control deck. It seems fine. This guarantees us our 3rd resource. That guarantees us the 4th. This guarantees us the 5th. I love Fate Weave. It's such a great mechanic. I think I actually just want to Transmogrifade this. Just like disable their enabler. Nice! Just got the full wipe. It's always great when Transmogrifade is just like actual removal. No 3-drop. That's good for us. we hit Sapphire Shard, we'll probably Whisper next turn. If not, it's likely Guidance into Trial of Totems. Just like, again, trying to power through so we can get to the Psychic Ascension as fast as possible. That's what Turbo PA stands for. I'm going to Guidance here first for a resource to see if we get the Sapphire that we need. We did, so that means this Diamond's going to put a non-resource on top of my deck here. And then we can end step Trial of Totems, and then on our turn we can play the 3-drop plus use it to Cosmic Calling. Seems good. Opponent missing their 4th shard. Oh, just like skipping their first main phase. Trial of Totems in response here, because this puts eggs into our deck. This does give them a free window to, like, play out a bunch of copycats without being interrupted. It's just new Magic Online, right? I mean, the game is basically Magic Plus. This game is everything Magic would be if it was designed now instead of being designed 2 decades ago. A little bit more elegant resource system. Any Magic Day? Probably not. Jake gets home in about a half hour, and Magic Online still isn't back up from downtime. I have to the school that I teach at, their semester started back up again too, so I have to be over there at 4 o'clock to help with a class. Empress of Ice, sure. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Cosmic Calling in response here. Since they're gonna exhaust it anyways. I would love a Dark Heart, I think. I think I would love a Dark Heart. Yeah, probably. Playing it out for 5 kind of sucks, but it's gonna be really good on this board. Classic said the message, get in with your 0-5. I like it. I like it. I can respect that. Mom is at work, dude. And Jake is at school. Non-resource on top of my deck. Just get that consistency in there. Evaporate is very rude, opponent. At least I get to Fate Weave again next turn, I suppose. They don't have any pressure on the table, so like they're just like putting another spider into play. Or like putting a couple more spiders in my deck. They have an Assault card in their hand? Fate Weave first here, then play this Thunderfield Seer. I'm getting a lot of eggs in my deck. Let's see if they have another Evaporate or Runebind here. Doesn't look like it. So their first one is... Their first sack is free because they have this silly Rune Infusion device that I gave them over there. Here, pick your favorite show. So, it's exhausted, sure. Again, they're still only nickel and diming us for 2 at a time, so... We're copycatting my Dark Heart. Okay. That's an interesting strategy. So, like, I lose both of my things here. But, like, they're gonna lose both of their things next turn. I think I want to hit another resource here. I guess there was a chance we hit an egg there, too, so maybe that was bad. Yeah, I'm gonna play this out for the turn, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just pass, I think, because I really don't want them to flip a spider egg and keep their Empress out for an extra turn. Yeah, like, Dark Heart's really good for us, right? Like, we're playing Dark Heart because, like, we want it on our board. So, like, and now, like, I could just Runebind their thing and then make them sack it next turn. Yeah, now their eggs just don't matter. Yeah, actually, I think I'm just going to draw a bunch of cards this turn. Like, because, if we hit some spider eggs, it doesn't matter, because, like, the Dark Hearts are gonna get rid of them anyways. Speaking of Dark Hearts... I'm, like, almost at our Psychic Ascension here. Hope. We have hope in the Dark Hearts because we have the -1 cost in our, what's it called? I'm actually going to Runebind this now. And the reason why we do that is because it makes it non-socketed, so it's going to have to sacrifice it to these Dark Hearts on their turn now. Like, now we have 8 power in play. Heart's Whisper. Some guaranteed non-resources here. Another Dark Heart, sure, why not? Non-resource on top of my deck. They get a free block here because they're going to have to... Wait, what? You have to sacrifice it anyways, opponent. Seems questionable. Probably have time for one more match after this. My opponent is too sad to block. Well played, sir. We're not quite dead yet, opponent. Or you are. I guess I could have been to the unknown there. Alright, let's queue up one more. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out Hex's site for their new platform news and some teasers of upcoming in-client improvements that look pretty sweet. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, hit the follow button and also consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. We've been going for about 3 hours here today, all Hex this morning. So if you didn't catch all of it, it's going to get uploaded to my YouTube channel here very shortly. Actually, the first 2 decks that we played with have already uploaded and are processing now. So be sure to check that out. It's linked down in the stream information below. If you're looking to get into Hex and you want to support my content while doing so, remember to check out... hexprimal.com for all of your Hex TCG singles needs. You can buy and sell singles with them, and using code Jeff5 you can save 5% on your orders there. We did cut my hair. It's you know, it's also mostly fallen out because I have children, or just bad genes, one of the two. Probably a mixture, honestly. My wife can't support 2 TCG habits. Well, you see, Hex, you don't have to put in any money to play once you have a deck. Wait, what? Does my opponent just not want to play with me? Nope, it's all one community. I don't, Huh? Save, I guess? Maybe they want to concede and they don't know the thing. Zao here, they're cosmic. Alright, well I guess we're gonna play one more, since that wasn't actually, I don't know what that was. Congrats on a well-fought victory. Back up to a hard-fought 4th rank on the ladder. You actually can't concede a match on Magic Online. You have to concede the game and then go to sideboarding and then concede again. I think you could maybe close out the window to concede match, but I'm not actually sure on that. I think Xing the window out might offer it, but don't quote me on that. Maybe. Alright, let's go first here. Opponent's playing Slagpot. So we actually played them earlier. They're likely playing Red Legs again. This hand needs a diamond, but we've got a Sapphire Ice here, which will hopefully get us, turn our life to be like a diamond. So let's go ahead and pass here. Hand's pretty good, though. It, like, chains through a bunch of quick actions, so we're going to get to, like, have some good defensive measures early with the Light the Votives and the Runebind, and then we're going to work up to our Psychic Ascension very quickly like we want to. My life's like a diamond. Please give me a diamond. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, bum. I'm very sad now. We're basically runebinding anything they play this turn because we want a Heart's Whisper on 3 to try and find a diamond again. You do not. So the prizes for 1st and 64th are the same. It's all still just an invite to the CCS. I'm not actually trying to be 4th on the ladder. It's just we've mostly been playing good decks on stream, so like we're just doing well because I stream 10 hours a week. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so I'm gonna wait on the Heart's Whisper now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Light the Votives here. Do have a chump blocker for a Crusader this turn. Grab a non-resource. I'm just gonna grab another non-resource here. Focus. Again, we just want to like play through as many actions as possible so we can take our Psychic Ascension all the way down to Ascend as quickly as possible. Chris Van Meter plays the game fairly casually. He doesn't really play in any of the tournaments. I think he top-8'd one of the sealed tournaments. Ali Andrazi plays on the regular. Those are the only other like bigger Magic names that play it on the regular. I guess Ken Ketter had a good year on the SCG tour as well. He definitely qualifies. And we hit another resource here, so I'm going to guarantee a non-resource, at least with one of these. We're flooding a little bit here. I can play this out. Cosmic Calling's a decent hit. It means I can go ahead and do that off this Candlekin here. Commander prompt. Okay. Just gonna block here and then go ahead and Cosmic Calling, I think. I want to save this Evaporate on the Commander prompt for when they hit their champion power, ideally, I think. They think they're getting more value out of it than they actually are. And the Runebind's pretty good. Let's go ahead and Trial of Totems and see what we get here. If we get something big, we might just play it out. 4/6 Mystic Naturalist. She's my baby. My pretty lady. My honey pie sugar baby. This was my #1 draft pick. Pack 1 picked one infinite number of Mystic Naturalists in set 6 limited. Beep, beep. That doesn't attack into the Mystic Naturalist properly. I guess he's going to get to Commander prompt me with the Champion power this turn, which feels kind of bad. I guess, let's see, these two don't really attack in profitably. We have Velasgar's Vengeance coming up here. Oh, we're just sacking it there. That makes sense, I guess. Just hit me for 12. Deal. Light the Votives is pretty good. So the second, like the first one only made 1 troop, but the second one makes 2 troops, the third one makes 3 troops, etc., etc. I would love a Heart's Whisper here. I think I'm actually going to focus this turn, though, because I would like to Runebind and Evaporate this turn, potentially. Get some more Light the Votives here going on. So we've played a ton of actions this game, so when we do eventually find our Psychic Ascension, it's going to be real. So, a small sequencing mistake on my opponent's part here. They should have cycled that coin before they attacked last turn, because if they draw Lasgar's Vengeance, they're going to wish they would have had that to tick down. So let's go ahead and Runebind that one. So we at least get reprieve for a turn here. Hopefully they don't have a second. If they have a second, we are DED dead. I'm going to put 4 guys in front of here and then 1 in front of here so we don't take any damage here. The season ends on the last day of this month. It's another Runebind. Okay. I'm going to Fate Weave a non-resource to the top of my deck. I'm going to go ahead and play this Thunderfield Seer out here. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack with this Mystic Naturalist again. Just like try and tempo them out with these Runebinds on this, this Lasgar's Vengeance here. And they hit it right away. It's unfortunate for us. That's annoying. Hopefully they don't have another one of those. Or are we dead? We might just be dead here. This makes one of my things not block, and then they can champ power for 2 Dreadlings. Yeah, the fact that I never got to use this Evaporate efficiently really sucks. Yep. Very dead. Have some Shard Wards and some Verdict of the Ancient Kings to bring in. Transmogrifade is excellent. Silver Talon Adjudicator is okay. Trial of Totems is great. I think Evaporate's a little bit clunky. I want Cosmic Calling to find our stuff. I think I'm going to trade them these Heart's Whispers. I want to trim a couple of Runebinds. I'm going to trim a couple of Runebinds. They're a little slow and clunky. I think I'd rather have Evaporate in this matchup, especially when I'm bringing in counters for Lasgar's Vengeance. So one huge leg up that Hex has over Magic Online is that, like, Hex's resource system is definitely designed with digital in mind. So, like, the fact that I don't have to, like, fumble around with, like, tapping lands and, like, my resources don't take up space on the battlefield is, like, a pretty big deal, right? I should probably just have Dark Hearts in my deck, right? Just, like, put Hope and plus defense on here. Please, dear Lord, I hope the new deck editor has a gem all the same button. Yeah, Jake will be home real soon. Someone pull up the Texture Commander prompt so they understand why we were dead. They were attacking for a lot more than 11. I'm going to keep this. Sweet. And then we hit an ice, so this ice is going to find us a 3rd resource. Chaining Fate Weaves together is so good. No, Shriek Bob, there's purists and, like, people want Magic to be tied to... People want paper Magic to be tied to digital. They want them to be identical. Yeah, I had 0 resources to bounce the prompt. I wouldn't have conceded if we had a resource. If we had a non-slow shard, we could just play this Emberleaf Bladesman this turn. If we had a slow shard, we could go Light the Votives into Thunderfield Seer. Declan is very tilted. And actually, generating a socketed card is kind of great for us, because it means it's not going to die to our Dark Heart of Nulzann when we play it out. Beep beep, you're a truck. Perfect. That's not a resource, but Dark Heart has the Hope Gem in it, so the turn we draw this, it costs -2. Maybe I should attack there. You want a snack? Okay, I'll be right back when I grab Declan to stack. So, it's pretty important that the Dark Heart blocks the Dreadling and not the Motor Structure over there. You can see I almost clicked and did it wrong. Because my opponent has Lasgar's Vengeance here. If I would have blocked the Motorist with this, they would have been able to Lasgar's Vengeance our board away. Which would have been, you know, bad for us. I'm going to attack with both of these here. Burgle, are you still here? I really feel like we need to test, and that's every time I play this deck I come back to this. This card, the Trial of Totems, is so good against these aggressive decks where it's just like, it creates a brick wall and then lets you pivot and kill them very quickly. So I feel like I really want to try Trial of Totems and Dark Hearts with Hope Gems in them again in like the traditional Sapphire Diamond control, not Turbo PA style. Get that. Resources for days now. This comes back to their hand every turn now, so they have something to kind of keep one Dark Heart in check. Because they scrounged this, so it has... Wait. Yeah, Deathcry, put this back in your hand. Honestly, I think the biggest drawback to putting it in the deck is you have to put the major -1 cost in it, which, like, makes Dark Heart marginally worse. Yeah, I think it's something I want to test. That's annoying. Because this is socketed, so it doesn't die to our Dark Heart. I don't have a clean answer to it right now. If we had a non-slow shard, we'll play this other Dark Heart out. But you also get the inverse of that, right? Where, like, sometimes you get to randomly turn 3 Dark Heart people just by being lucky. Opponent concedes to the second Dark Heart. I think I'm happy with how we boarded. Is Light the Votives worse than Runebind? Maybe. Nah, it's really good at blocking. Maybe it's worse than Evaporates and Runebinds. Cosmic Calling gets pretty bad if we cut Light the Votives. Let's do this, see how it feels. His hand's a little slow, but probably fine. It's got 2. Actually, the only thing slow about it is the fact that this first shard is slow, right? I've actually have a lot of quality 1-drop interactions here. You ever feel like the small community is a concern for Hex? I am worried that at some point the Hex community is going to grow much larger and then we'll have more assholes like the Magic community does. Look at that! Only 8 hours and 40 minutes of downtime for Magic Online this week. What quality stuff? Just the smallest amount of downtime you could imagine. I think we're going to Transmog plus Evaporate this turn. I think if they play Crusader, we're going to say, hey, pick this up, and then Transmog the Crusader. At 2. Yep. Links are enabled in chat. Just make sure it's not, you know, sexual or rude. It's PG-13. No R-rated photos. Let's draw a line. Just draw a line in the sand right there. Grab a non-resource here, see what we get. Trial of Totems is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and stack a... I'm going to stack a resource on top with this one because I think we want to guaranteed hit that. We're going to take 7 here. Which is a pretty big hit, but like we have the Adjudicator to like buffer our life total back up. Hopefully this makes a 5 defense guy. 5/6 steadfast. God, these cards are so good. You want more? Probably should have focused first, actually, right? Just like technically speaking in the strictest sense of correct. Huh. I actually want the Thunderfield Seer here. Maybe I want the Anti-Lasgar's card. Skill cards in my deck. They don't have any things that are as poorly designed as Gataxian Probe, unfortunately. I'm gonna go ahead and trade here, and then if they want a Lasgar's, that's fine. I can play Darkheart next turn as a follow-up. Yep. And this is why the Redlings deck is really good, right? Like, we're a control deck, but our opponent is basically grinding us down here, right? Depending on what they play here, we might just go Seer Silver Talon next turn so we could draw some cards then. Yeah, that's probably what we want to do. So if I play this, it puts me down to this, and then this puts me down to 3, and this puts me down to 2. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Adjudicator because it draws cards this turn. Unfortunate that we drew the Dark Heart there, because now it costs 3 for just 1 turn. If they have another Lasgar's Vengeance, we're just dead here. But I think we're supposed to take this line. That's scary. I only have one troop in there. Less scary. They have more troops now. Did Vintage Leagues get added today? I'm going to chump block the Emperor's Lackey here. Alright, well. Unfortunately, we know they're drawing a non-resource next turn. Probably dead. I thought they weren't getting added till next week. That's sweet. I don't think this Dark Heart's going to be enough. I think between the Wicked Web spawn making things, this lets all of their troops scrounge here. So they're going to be able to sack this, and then any troop they draw, they could scrounge off of here, which will make 2 guys, and then they'll make this larger as well. We should just be dead here. Yeah, and then it's a 6/6 Underworld Crusader on top of it. Yeah, good games, opponent. Well played. Alright, that's going to go ahead and be it for me for this morning. Wait, that's funny. I got excited there for a second. I was like, sweet, we can play some Vintage during my 24-hour stream this weekend. Just a quick note before we finish, speaking of. I'm starting Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be streaming Magic and Hex together. So you should definitely check that out. I plan to play in the Hex Bash 1K tournament. I'll be playing Magic Online in between the rounds of that. And then after the Bash finishes, I'll probably do a couple of dedicated Hex sessions in there. I'm going to have a minimum of 12 hours worth of stream on Saturday. And then assuming we meet the donation goal that I set, I'm going to extend from 12 to a 24-hour stream. So at any rate, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I will catch you all around later. Remember, if you didn't catch all of today's stream, you can catch the archives on my YouTube channel.